Your dog isn't just sleeping, and if you think he is, you're missing something that changes everything about how you understand him. Most owners look at their dog sleeping and see peace, but what's happening in those exact moments reveals more about your dog's emotional health than any behavior he shows while awake, and almost nobody knows how to read those signals, which means almost nobody is responding to them the right way. What you're about to discover is going to change how you look at your dog every single time he closes his eyes. The truth is, a dog's sleep isn't just rest. It's a window, a direct, unfiltered look into his nervous system, his emotional state, and the depth of the bond he has with you. When your dog is awake, he's communicating, performing, adjusting to the world around him. But when he sleeps, all of that drops away. What you see in those moments is pure. And if you learn to read it, you'll understand your dog on a level most owners never reach. So let's start with the thing that surprises people the most. The thing that seems the most ordinary, but is actually one of the most revealing moments in your dog's entire day. A dog's sleep cycle lasts about 20 minutes. That's drastically shorter than the average human cycle of 90 minutes. Which means your dog moves in and out of deep sleep much faster than you do. And within those short cycles, researchers at Harvard confirmed that dogs reach REM sleep and dream about the same experiences they had during the day. The same walks, the same smells, the same moments with you. Think about what that actually means. When your dog's day was rich, full of stimulation, interaction, and time with you, his brain spends the night processing and reinforcing those positive emotional memories. When his day was stressful, isolating, or flat, he processes that too. You're not just responsible for your dog's well-being during the hours he's awake. You are literally shaping the content of his dreams. The memories being built, the emotional associations being hardwired into his brain at the neural level, and this is where most owners make a mistake without ever realizing it. They think their dog forgets quickly, that he lives fully in the present with no lasting emotional memory. But sleep tells a completely different story. Sleep is where the brain archives what mattered. And what mattered, he carries forward. Now let's talk about something you see every single day and probably never interpreted this way. The position your dog chooses to sleep in is one of the most honest signals he can give you about how he feels in the environment where he lives. When a dog sleeps curled into himself, paws tucked under his body, tail covering his nose, that's not just about temperature. In a comfortable room, that position reveals an emotional state. It's the nervous system still in standby mode, still alert enough to react. It's your dog saying, even unconsciously, "I'm not completely safe yet. I still need to be ready." Now compare that to the opposite. When your dog sleeps on his back, belly up, paws in the air, completely exposed. In terms of survival instinct, that is the single most vulnerable position a dog can take. The abdominal organs fully exposed. No ability to spring into action quickly. An animal with any perceived threat in its environment would never choose that position. When your dog sleeps like that near you, he's communicating something profound. Your presence is safe. He can drop every guard because you're there. And here's what almost nobody realizes. That doesn't happen automatically. It's built. It's the result of every calm interaction. Every moment you respected his space. Every time your behavior was consistent and predictable. He didn't just decide to trust you. You earned it over time, through the small things. But here's the mistake that well-meaning owners make every single day. You've seen your dog sleeping, thought he looked unbearably adorable, and went over to pet him. Maybe called his name softly, maybe kissed his nose. Pure love, right? That gesture, as loving as it is when it happens during deep sleep, can create a sleep anxiety cycle you'll never be able to trace back to its actual cause. During deep sleep, a dog's nervous system doesn't process the content of the stimulus. It processes the intensity, the sudden shift in state. Over time, the brain learns not to fully let go because it knows, on a very basic level, that it might be interrupted at any moment. The sleep becomes lighter, less restorative. The nervous system never fully powers down. Letting your dog sleep undisturbed is a profound act of love and respect. It's you communicating through behavior, I know what you need, and I honor that. And dogs feel this, not consciously or verbally, but the pattern registers. The safe environment deepens. If this content is helping you see your dog differently, go ahead and like this video right now. It helps more dog owners find this kind of content. And subscribe so you don't miss the next videos on dog behavior. Then keep watching, because what comes next is where this gets truly fascinating. There's a study published in the journal Applied Animal Behavior Science that analyzed sleep patterns in dogs under different conditions, alone, with other dogs, and with their owners. What they found was that the presence of the specific owner, not just any human, but you, produced more time in deep sleep, smoother transitions between cycles, and significantly less agitation during REM. In other words, your presence makes your dog sleep better, not neutrally, actively better. You have become, for your dog's nervous system, an external regulator, a safety anchor that allows his brain to genuinely rest in a way nothing else can replicate. This doesn't happen with every owner. It's built through a history of interactions where you were consistently the source of security, not anxiety, where your arrival meant good things, where the tone of your voice, the predictability of your behavior, and the way you responded to his needs accumulated over time into something his nervous system now recognizes as, here is safe. Now think about the dreams again, because this is where everything connects. The experiences your dog processes during sleep aren't just about the past. They're about the future, too. What his brain consolidates tonight influences how he'll respond tomorrow, how he'll learn, how he'll relate to you the next time you walk through the door. Every rich experience you give him during the day becomes material for healthy sleep processing. Every moment of genuine connection gets reinforced during the night as a positive memory. You're not just his owner during the day. You're part of what his brain is building while he sleeps. And there's one final thing, the most important thing, something that reframes everything you've just learned. The relationship between humans and dogs is unlike any other interspecies relationship on Earth. No other domesticated animal developed, over tens of thousands of years of coevolution with humans, the same level of sensitivity to human behavior that dogs have. No other animal looks into human eyes the way a dog does. No other animal has the same neural receptors for human social and emotional signals. This isn't coincidence. This is evolution. The dogs that best read humans, that best integrated into human groups, that built the deepest bonds of trust with people, were the ones that survived, that reproduced, that passed this extraordinary capacity forward through tens of thousands of generations. What this means is that your dog doesn't just like you. He is biologically specialized to understand you, to read you, to build a bond with you that is unlike anything else that exists in the animal kingdom. And when he sleeps, when he is completely vulnerable and completely still, and his nervous system is more regulated simply because you're nearby, when he chooses to press his body against yours even as consciousness fades, he is expressing the result of tens of thousands of years of a relationship that evolution built specifically so it could exist. You and your dog are not just owner and pet. You are the living result of one of the longest and most profound stories of coevolution this planet has ever seen. The next time you watch your dog sleeping, paws twitching slightly, a low sound escaping his throat, completely vulnerable and completely at peace, you'll know exactly what you're seeing. Not just a dog resting, a living being that trusts you so completely he can lower every defense, who chose you as the safest place in his entire world, and that was built by you. Every single day, in the smallest moments. Drop a comment below and tell me, what's the one sleeping behavior your dog has that you could never quite explain? Because there's one more layer to this story about what your dog's brain is actually consolidating during sleep and how it shapes the dog he becomes that most owners never get to hear.